Hey man, how's it going? Sorry, it took a little bit longer for me to make this. I got really busy last night. Okay, so here's the product database section of the Jungle Scout page. I'm just going to show you what I use and how exactly I'm using basically the filter section and the categories. Categories, like we talked about before, a bunch of these are restricted, but you can keep ones like baby, kitchen and dining, patio, pet supplies. So pets, sports and outdoors, you could click sports and outdoors also. Stuff like watches, I think video games, I think electronics, and some of the ones like all the clothing and things like that, those are all going to be gated, but you can look up the gated and ungated chart. Industrial and scientific, you could choose that. I have these kind of clicked off because I know generally that I'm not going to be in that category. Toys and games I don't bother with. I do like home and kitchen, home improvement, things like that for small tools and like typically smaller items. But you can do baby and things like that. But you can look what's gated and ungated. You can choose all the ungated ones and go from there. But I like to eliminate some of them in the beginning just so where I don't have to have, a crazy amount of pages to go through because it ends up being a lot. So what you'll do is you'll do fulfilled by Amazon over here. Um, And what I do here is, and why we do this is the like Derek's method right here that you do a random price rather than like a round number. For some reason, the results come back better. He explains it pretty well in one of the videos, but it seems to work better this way. So instead of like $15 and $43 or whatever it may be, you do 14 and change or whatever, and just some change here rather than a round number. Um, and you can either do I like to do sometimes like 300 sales a month because that's kind of what you want to see for estimated sales. Um, but sometimes I don't do that. Another method is just going like 12,000 in revenue months because we know in this general price range, with selling 300 a month, you're going to be 12,000 in revenue. So you can do it either or 300 max, 300 plus, or so it'd be 300 on the minimum side, and then it can be anything after that. But I just do the 12,000 revenue. Reviews, this is a big one. You don't want to see over 50 reviews. You can probably bump this a little bit to like 60 because you want to pull up everything that either has 50 reviews or less, and that'll give you the general idea on what the list I'm going to show you that pulls up down here on what to look for and what niche or what category you could practically fall in, and you can search it from there. Um, Rating, no. Wait, none of that. No sellers, none of that. Okay, so what you do is you hit search, and it's going to pull up everything in that criteria. So if you see all these items, you'll see reviews. Okay, so 50 reviews and the rating. And if you hit this again, it'll start with the least reviews. That's typically what I like to do. I'll change it up a little bit sometimes, but this is what they're selling it for, and it'll even show you the net and what it's going to charge for fees for that specific item so you get a general idea. And it shows you the amount of sellers, which this is weird item, um, like pictures and things like that are going to be stuff that obviously it's going to be a specific like to them. But when you start going down, that's kind of what you go with, So if you see that one seller is selling, he's got one review, and what you'll do is you'll have Amazon pulled up already. Thought I already had it up here. And what you'll do is you'll take the keyword. I think you can even click on it from here. Yeah, you don't even have to pull up Amazon. You can just click on it from there. Okay, and you do seed starting kit. So say that you wanted to go with that. So say you see a low amount of reviews. The price range we would want probably be a little bit higher than that. We'd probably raise that in the filter section to like $19.99 or $24.99 to whatnot. But I did a little bit lower this time. So $14.99. So say you want a seed starting kit. So what you do is you'd use this as the broadest keyword. So seed starting kit is going to be the broadest keywords. So you just go up to Sorry, my computer's taking forever. When you search the broadest keywords, so you want to make sure that you're in all departments. Because if you're not, it could miss a bunch of things and you get a false reading on the Jungle Scout page. So what you do is the broadest keyword: seed, starter, kit. Okay, there we go. It's going to pull it up in all departments. And this is what it's going to give you. It's going to give you everyone that's selling it for that keyword. So that's what your specific goal would be. Like you want yours, if you're selling a seed starter kit, to, through the broadest keywords of what you're going to search is going to be seed starter kit. So what you do is you have it typed in there, it pulls them all up, and you go to your Jungle Scout extension. And this is what's going to be what matters. This is the information that you want to ultimately see. So the actual beginning page that you search will get you to Amazon, kind of looking it up through there, because that shows you everything for your criteria. And then you could use that as like, search a specific niche if that's what you fall in, on certain things that you're looking for. So see, this wouldn't work. Okay, so we looked up seed starter kit, and look at these. Seed starting kit. This is way, 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 way too many reviews. Look at all these. So these random people that are selling one, either they're selling other things or something. This is what you don't want to see, because you would never be able to fall into this category. Whatever these small ones are, we have lower reviews here. So, 145, you just don't really like to see these scattered reviews. And this is a ton of sales, but stuff like, you won't want these numbers to all be scattered like this. I'm going to show you an example real quick of what a good item would look like. But it's a restricted item, but it's a good example. Okay. Lockpick set. So this is a good example, but this is a restricted item. And it's really confusing because even though you see multiple sellers, they're just tricky because they don't use the keywords of lockpick set. That's how lock, see, but it never says lockpick set, and these guys get past Amazon. 7-in-1 combination tool and storage case. See, none of these are getting past Amazon is because they're not calling them lockpick sets. But eventually Amazon screening will come through and it will eliminate all these. They won't be able to sell them anymore. Been there, done that. Didn't know that from the beginning, and that's what one of my videos is about. So anyways, this is what we would like to be a good item. This is what the Jungle Scout numbers will look like. Not just like it. This looks like a great item, but we're never going to find them that are going to come across like this. Obviously they're going to have more reviews and things like that. But these are, look, they're all great sales, pretty consistent sales, other than something, see something that's different like the little credit card one. But these are all great sales for the majority of them, and really, really, really low reviews. You'll see these products as products that are, just starting, like not a new niche, but, selling a specific item, and you're getting in there pretty early, which nothing I don't think is ever going to look this good. But this is generally what a good item looks like. This is what the criteria is that you want to go by. And all fulfilled by Amazon, one fulfilled by merchant. But typically this is what you want to see. This is what a good item will look like. So that's all you're going to end up doing, is you're just going to end up going through the Jungle Scout page. There's multiple different ways to do it. You can go through this Jungle Scout page and there's like, tons and tons and tons of pages. You spend forever here. Or you could do it a different way. I think I have keywords everywhere on here. So let's say kitchen. God, I can't see anything. I'm in here in the dark. Okay, so with keywords everywhere, you see how I just typed in just a little bit here? Let it finish for you. So start the word and look what it'll tell you. This gives you a pretty good idea. Okay, so look at this. Kitchen scale, $12,000 a month. Kitchen gadgets, $14,800 a month. Kitchen towels, $12,000 a month. Kitchen faucet, $110,000 a month. So typically, I would see that, and I would just type in any random words for starting the bidding, like kitchen something or something tool to start, and let this finish it for me, and I'd go after what is the most searched keyword, so what people are looking at. So, and you see some of these reviews on here, but this gives you a niche, this gives you something to look in, so you can dig deeper. You can go to kitchen faucets, and then you can go over here and go to like kitchen bath faucets, or you know what I mean, just keep going further into it by the ones that you see that are most popular, and just kind of keep doing that, man. And that's really, there's no rhythm or rhyme to it. It's just doing it until you find something that's, something that has fairly decent, has the sales that we're looking for, and that has reviews where you can fit in. Medium demand, high competition. I mean, that's, it's popular, but, you just have to find what sells the best and where that you can fit in, because that's ultimately the only thing that ends up mattering. And you just keep doing the research, man. You just keep looking and looking and looking until you do. And it's the randomest things that people end up selling. On Tanner's videos, he showed you products that he used to sell, and it's really strange. It's like a lint roller, like a hair thing, and it's just all kinds of weird stuff, but that's how you find it. If you have any other questions, just let me know, but that's typically how the product research is done. There's multiple different methods. I like to start with the Jungle Scout method here. I found one of my items with this method here, and I'll show you another way to do it. So kitchen faucet, and you can do like tool, and just let it finish it for you, and that'll show you a lot. So 27,000 people interested in tool bag, 12,000 toolkit, tool set, 27,000, 22,000, and typically you can go that way. You can go space it, tool, and garden, and kind of let it finish it for you also, and just keep going that way. Garden, and then etc., and keep doing it like that until you find things that are popularly searched, or it's usually the newer things that people, like obviously if you would have typed in, let's show you this. If you'd have typed in fidget spinner when it was hot, it's still 5 million. That gives you an example. But if you would have got into this when the fidget spinner craze started and it still had low reviews, and it's, you can still get in there, that you would have made a killing. So that ends up what mattering. Getting in at the right time and ranking, and continuing to keep that rank and building that as long as it's profitable. If you have any other questions, man, just let me know. I'll help you out. But generally, that's how it's done.